We're back here for Game 2 of the Hill Country Classic, the season premiere of Tigers baseball on Vype Live. This evening, your Tigers take on the Hawks from Hayes. Both teams coming to this game with a record of 1-0. Your Tigers won the first game against New Braunfels earlier 6-5 on a blooper walk-off. Weird situation there. And Hayes just defeated New Braunfels 3-1 in the game in between. Melvin Jones here as we get ready for Game 2 coming up. Big B, Brennan Arvidsson, is going to be on a bump for the Tigers in this game. His first start of the season. Taylor Tracy, who started game number 1. Pretty good job starting for a freshman. He's going to move out to center field. Few changes from the first game on the lineup. One major change that we see has Carter Gardner is going to start behind home plate this game. Everything else stays the same. Lineups. Nico is going to lead off. Aiden Dennis is actually going to start. He's playing left field. Big B in the 3-hole. He's pitching. Taylor Tracy batting cleanup. He's going to be out at center. Sam McIngenian at third. He's batting 5th. Mason Ashlock. He's going to DH. And then Carter Gardner, AP, and Theo Howard in the 9th hole. So the game is scheduled to begin in about 2 minutes. There is no signs of the game starting in 2 minutes. So we're going to assume that it's going to be a few more minutes as both teams are getting ready. Once again, Hayes just got off the field at the top of the hour. So they may not be 100% ready as of yet. Of course, first tournament of the year, first action of the year, as the Tigers play tomorrow as well. 2 games today, 2 games tomorrow here in the Hill Country Classic. We'll take a quick break. We'll come back for first pitch. Tigers and Hawks coming up from Tigers Field. This is Tigers Baseball on Vype Live.
A late inning rally, a game-winning shot, a photo finish. Maybe it's a pep rally or a pregame ritual. Maybe it's the euphoria of a late-night bus ride home after a hard-fought win. Maybe it's having pizza with teammates after the game. Now, imagine if it never happened at all. School sports need your help. With budgets getting tighter, it's more than the games that are on the line. It's all the traditions, the community pride, the culture of your hometown high school. Plus, all those memories that are on the line, too. What can you do? It's simple. Buy a ticket when you can. Go to a game. Take the whole family. Let's do everything we can to keep those cherished school sports memories alive.
This message presented by the Texas University Interscholastic League and the Texas High School Athletic Directors Association.
All of us love sports, but not all sports are created equal. College sports have big budgets, dedicated alumni networks, and corporate sponsorships. Professional sports have even deeper pockets, millionaire owners, lucrative TV and radio deals, and merchandise sales. High school sports have you. Everyone agrees high school sports give us plenty of reasons to cheer. And now's a great time for us to give back. Supporting your hometown high school won't cost you much, but it will go a long way to ensuring the games we love the most are here to stay. Texas high school sports. They're good for our kids, good for our community, and best of all, they're good for you.
This message presented by the Texas University Interscholastic League and the Texas High School Athletic Directors Association.
There are no words to describe it. The isolation, the boredom, the loneliness. If you're wondering where your teenage son or daughter's spirit went, you're hardly alone. The past year has been devastating, especially for them. But here's the good news. They might just find it again, playing high school sports. Workouts that stimulate, teammates and coaches that care, the sense of belonging so many of us have been missing lately. That's what school sports are all about. The sense of achievement is real, and the camaraderie is hard to beat. Coping with uncertainty is difficult, but school sports can help the teenagers in your family start feeling like themselves again. Encourage them to give it a try. High school sports, it's so much more than a game.
This message presented by the Texas University Interscholastic League and the Texas High School Athletic Directors Association.
Back here at the Tiger Stadium. Tigers and Hawks. The nightcap of our doubleheader right here on Vype Live. So Brandon Arvison is taking his warm-up pitches, getting ready for his first start on the bump this season. Once again, the head coach of your Tigers in his 16th campaign as the head coach, Chris Payne. Over 300 victories, a trip to the regional finals last season. The Hawks are going to be wearing their home whites for this game. They are the visiting team, however. And your Tigers are in their alternative burgundy and gold. Starting off for the Hawks, it's going to be number 15, Alex Montiel, Cooper Jen, and Trey Webb. Those are going to be the ones coming up to begin this game for the Hawks. As it's gotten a little bit warmer. Not too much warmer, but more bearable. Montiel's going to be the DH this evening, going up against Brandon Arvison, the big left-hander. First pitch of the game at 5:30. That was high and outside of the zone. Ball one. Here's Big B now. He delivers. That one's high, but inside the zone. 2-0. Here's a 2-0 from Arvison. That one catches the outside corner. Strike one. 2-1 now. Here's the 2-1. Big swing and miss. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Here's Big B. Looking for strikeout number 1 for 22. And he got it. Swing and miss, and Montiel goes down on strikes.
Number 2, Cooper Jen.
And Cooper Jen comes up. Jen is playing shortstop for the Hawks. And Arvison delivers. Big swing and miss for strike one. He foul tips it to the backstop. Pitches are coming off smooth for Brandon. Here's the 0-1. And it goes low for ball one. 1-1 now to Jen. Trey Webb is on deck for the Hawks. Here's Arvidsson. The wind. The delivery. And Jen fouls it off of the net. He sent the screamer over there. Count goes to 1-2. Arvidsson fires. That's up and outside of the zone. 2-2. Here's the 2-2 from Big B. And that's low. Full count now on Cooper Jen. Here's Arvidsson looking for strikeout number 2. And he got him looking. 2 batters up, 2 strikeouts for Brandon Arvidsson.
Next up, number 30, Trey Webb.
Trey Webb now comes up. The big catcher for the Hawks. And that one is high, 1-0. The wind is starting to pick up just a little bit here in Tiger Stadium. That goes outside, 2-0. Here's the 2-0 from Big B. That's outside, 3-0 now. Beck Raymond is in the on-deck circle for the Hawks. 3 balls, no strikes. 2 outs here in the top of the first. Big swing by Webb. Strike 1. 3-1. Here's Arvidsson now. The windup, the pitch. Right smack down in the middle. Full count now on Trey Webb. Here's Arvidsson now. The wind, the delivery. And that's ball 4. And Trey Webb gets on with a walk.
Batting fourth, number 27, Beck Raymond.
Beck Raymond comes up for the Hawks now. Courtesy runner is in for the Hawks. Can't tell who it is right now, but they do have a courtesy runner now at first base as Beck Raymond comes up to bat. Arvidsson delivers right down the middle for strike 1.
Now go to work, B.
Here's the 0-1. That one goes into the dirt and goes past Gardner. And the runner advances to second base. A ball and a strike now to Beck Raymond here in the top of the first. Arvidsson with already 2 Ks. That's well inside, 2-1. Isaiah Martinez is in the on-deck circle for the Hawks as Arvidsson readies to 2-1. That's outside, 3 balls and a strike. And here's Arvidsson. Ready to 3-1. Inside, another walk for Arvidsson.
Next up for the Hawks, number 22, Isaiah Martinez.
So 2 on now for the Hayes Hawks. After 2 walks, back-to-back walks for Brandon Arvidsson. Here's Isaiah Martinez. 2 on, 2 out. Scoreless here at the top of the first. And B delivers. Martinez pops it. Sam has it, and it goes over his head, and it goes foul. Here's the 0-1 from Brandon. Right smack down in the middle for strike 2. Here's the 0-2 from Big B. The pitch. Got him looking. Brandon Arvidsson strikes out the side. 2 looking. The Hawks leave 2 on. No hits, no runs. Bottom of the first coming up, and here it comes. Your Tigers. This is Tiger Baseball on Vype Live.
All of us love sports, but not all sports are created equal. College sports have big budgets, dedicated alumni networks, and corporate sponsorships. Professional sports have even deeper pockets. Millionaire owners, lucrative TV and radio deals, and merchandise sales. High school sports have you. Everyone agrees high school sports give us plenty of reasons to cheer. And now's a great time for us to give back. Supporting your hometown high school won't cost you much, but it will go a long way to ensuring the games we love the most are here to stay. Texas high school sports. They're good for our kids, good for our community, and best of all, they're good for you.
This message presented by the Texas University Interscholastic League and the Texas High School Athletic Directors Association.
Bottom of the second. Game 3 here in Tiger Stadium. Game 2 for your Tigers. As the Tigers has Nico, Aiden Dennis, and then Brandon Arvidsson all coming up.
Number 11, Sebastian Montiel.
As Sebastian Montiel is going to pitch for the Hawks. Here comes Nico. Nico was 1 for 3 in game number 1. Here's Montiel with the first pitch on Nico. That's well outside. 1-0 to begin this. Montiel winds, delivers. High and outside, 2-0 on Neek. No score in the bottom of the first. Both teams coming to this game 1-0. Montiel delivers. Got Neek right there on the corner. It's 2-1. Aiden Dennis is in the on-deck circle for the Tigers. Here's the windup for Montiel. Big swing and miss by Nico. Strike 2. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Here's the windup from Montiel. And Nico bounces it. Great stop by the second baseman, but Nico is going to get himself an infield hit. Good battle there by Nico as Aiden Dennis comes up. It's going to be Aiden's first plate appearance of 2022. Yeah, it's Nico Ruedas with a huge lead now at first base. Montiel just checks his back to first. Wind is picking up just a little bit. And Montiel delivers. That's well outside, 1-0. As Coach Payne now talking to Montiel. Excuse me, talking to Aiden Dennis. And the pitch. Aiden Dennis shows bunt. Lays down a beautiful bunt. And did he beat it? He beats it! Great bunt there by Aiden Dennis. And the Tigers have 2 on, no out, with Brandon Arvison coming up. Big B last game, he was 1 for 2. Drew 2 walks, struck out once, and he had a single. And now he has 2 on with no outs here in the top of the first. And now Montiel checks his second, and Nico does it again, and he delivers. Nice off-speed pitch, strike 1. As hard as it is to hit a home run out of this field, if you're going to hit it anywhere, it's probably going to go in the right field. Brandon Arvison tried that time. 0-2 as he fouls it out of the stadium. Two hits thus far for the Tigers. That one goes past the catcher, and the runners are going to advance. And here comes Nico, and Nico gets in, and the Tigers take a 1-0 lead. Going all the way over the second, Aiden Dennis. He's over the third. A ball and 2 strikes to Brandon Arvison. Dennis is at third. Taylor Tracy in the on-deck circle for the Tigers. Montiel fires. That's high. 2-2. Here's Montiel. He fires. Outside, full count now. Brandon got a little bit of home cooking on that last pitch. Here's a full count. And Brandon Arvison fouls it out of play. Count remains full. No outs for the Tigers. 1 run in and a runner on third. Montiel delivers. And an excuse me check swing by Brandon Arvison fouls it over the first base side. Count remains 3 balls and 2 strikes. Montiel fires. Brandon Arvison. A run is going to come in. Aiden Dennis comes in and Brandon Arvison takes first base. That's the second time that has happened to the Tigers today. Strikeout for Montiel, but Arvison advances to first on the wild pitch.
In to run for Brandon, number 5, Luke Hudson.
Luke Hudson in as the courtesy runner. Still no outs. Luke Hudson now on the base path, and we know he has wheels. Here comes the freshman phenom, Taylor Tracy. Tracy had a RBI double his very first plate appearance as a member of the Tigers. And Montiel checks Luke Hudson back over to first. Two nothing Tigers. And Tracy lays down a bunt. And he gets the runner over. And Tracy is safe. Another sacrifice bunt. Goes great for the Tigers. And the Tigers have runners in scoring position once again. Hit number 3 for the Tigers in this inning. As now the Hayes head coach is going to head to the mound. Runners are at second and third. No outs. Sammy Sam at the plate. Long discussion, and the umps heading to the pitcher's mound to break it up. No one is out. And the 5th Tiger is coming up to the plate in Sam Macajanian. And it looks like the infield is going back to their positions. Sam comes up. 2-0 lead. Runners at second and third. No one out. Sam went 1 for 4 in the first game against New Braunfels. And Montiel. He fires. That's inside. 1-0. Here's Montiel now. Checks back at second. And he fires. Sam pops it up. And it looks like it may be a play. And he drops it. 1 runner is in. Here comes Taylor Tracy. Tracy comes in. 4-0 Tigers. So Sam makes it all the way to third on the error in the outfield. Here comes Mason Ashlock. That pitch goes well outside. 1-0. Montiel is in deep trouble right now. Ashlock went 0 for 3, including a strikeout against New Braunfels. That one's outside. 2-0. He shakes off a couple of pitches, and Montiel's ready. And that time, Ashlock calls for time. Sam McAjanian is at third base. No Tigers has been called out thus far in this first inning. 4-0 Tigers. Montiel delivers. Ashlock pops it, and it's going to go foul and out of play. 2-1 now on Ashlock. Carter Gardner is in the on-deck circle. 21 pitches so far for Sebastian Montiel. He is getting beat up pretty badly in this first inning. The delivery. That one's low. 3-1. Three balls, one strike. No outs. Agajanian at third. And that is going to be called a strike. It was close. 3-2 now on Ashlock. Full count. Montiel, pitch number 24. That's outside. And a walk for Montiel as Carter Gardner is coming up for his first plate. And the Hawks will have a new pitcher. We'll tell you who it is when we come back. 4-0 Tigers. 2 runners on, no outs. This is Tiger Baseball on Vype Live.
There are no words to describe it. The isolation, the boredom, the loneliness. If you're wondering where your teenage son or daughter's spirit went, you're hardly alone. The past year has been devastating, especially for them. But here's the good news. They might just find it again, playing high school sports. Workouts that stimulate, teammates and coaches that care, the sense of belonging so many of us have been missing lately. That's what school sports are all about. The sense of achievement is real, and the camaraderie is hard to beat. Coping with uncertainty is difficult, but school sports can help the teenagers in your family start feeling like themselves again. Encourage them to give it a try. High school sports, it's so much more than a game.
This message presented by the Texas University Interscholastic League and the Texas High School Athletic Directors Association.
With a huge deficit right now, 4-0 Tigers, 2 runners on and no one out as Carter Gardner steps up to the plate for the Tigers. His first plate appearance of 2022. As Gonzalez continues his warm-up tosses, Gardner steps up to the plate. Sam Agajanian still at third. Mason Ashlock is at first. No outs. As the first pitch, Gardner shows bunt, and then goes down for a strike. Gonzalez now. And Gardner shows bunt again. 0-2. So Gardner won't bunt again the rest of this at bat. No balls, 2 strikes, no outs, 2 runners on. Bottom of the first. Gonzalez delivers. That goes into the dirt. 1-2 now. Wind looks like it's blowing east to west now here in Tigers Field. Gonzalez with the pitch. And that hits Gardner. And that just loads up the bases for AP. AP had a double last game, going 1 for 3. And now the bases are jacked.
And to run at first is number 8, Hayden Dunn.
Hayden Dunn, courtesy runner. He looks up at the press box as Mom announces his name. AP now with the bags juiced and no outs. Gonzalez delivers. Right on the corner for strike 1. Gonzalez fires. Outside and low. 1-1. Theo Howard, the sophomore who had an outstanding game 1, is in the on-deck circle. Gonzalez delivers. Big swing and miss by AP. 1-2. $35 right now here in Dripping Springs. It is cold, but the Tigers are warming up. Big swing by AP, and he foul tips it. Count remains 1-2. That was close. Here is the 1-2. And Aiden Perry sends it into left center for a base hit. 1 run will score. Here comes Ashlock. 6-0 Tigers. They are taking care of business right now. AP brings home 2. Here comes the sensational sophomore, Theo Howard. Howard 2 for 3 in that crazy first game. And AP gets back to second base. He was actually 2 for 2. He did strike out, but it was on a pass ball. He advanced to first. Gonzalez after giving up 2. That's high. 1-0 now on Howard. Top of the order. And Nico Ruedas is in the on-deck circle. We're already batted around here in this first inning. Still no outs. Howard shows bunt. That's high. 2-0. Six nothing Tigers. Bottom of the first. 2-0. 2 men on. No outs. Howard bunts it. And it's going to be a clean bunt, and they're not going to get him. And Nico is back up. Nico already has a single here in the first. Nico got new walk-up music this season. Gonzalez now being battered around. He delivers to Nico. That's low and then gets away from the catcher. And here comes another run. 7-0 Tigers. Still no outs. Gonzalez checks back at second. Looks at Nico, and he delivers. And Nico nearly gets hit, and here comes another run. 8-0 Tigers as AP come across the plate. A disastrous start to this ball game for the Hayes Hawks. There is still no one out here in the bottom of the first, and it is 8-0 Tigers. Nico swings and misses. 2 balls on the strike. Gonzalez delivers. That's well inside. 3-1. Aiden Dennis in the on-deck circle for the Tigers. Gonzalez pitch, and that's out. Oh, that has to be the third time this afternoon that this umpire called that a strike. That ball was well outside. Full count now on Nico. And Gonzalez delivers. That one's outside. That was undisputable. A ball, and Nico is on base for the second time this inning. And now we have another coach visit. Gotten to the point, folks, where I got to do slashes on my scorecard. Still no outs. Here comes the third pitcher of the inning for the Hawks. We'll tell you who it is when we come back. 8-0 Tigers. This is Tiger Baseball on Vype Live.
Are you worried how 2020 has impacted your teen's social development? We are too. Want to know what might help? Participating in the performing arts in high school. It's been hard being a teenager recently. Hard to cope, hard to keep up, hard not to feel like you're missing out. Everything's different and nobody knows what's next. Encouraging your son or daughter to participate in performing arts can really help. Those are high school activities like band, orchestra, choir, theater, speech, and debate. They'll make new friends, develop confidence, and feel the satisfaction of being part of a team. Participation in the performing arts aren't a cure-all, and they certainly won't make the pandemic go away, but they will make the teenagers in your family feel like they're part of something special. This message presented by the NFHS and the Texas University Interscholastic League.
I've got a math question for you. When you add tolerance, subtract prejudice, and multiply efforts to treat one another with respect, what do you get? Less division. And school sports have it down to a science. Looking for an example of what can happen when we realize there's more that unites us than divides us? Look no further than high school sports in Texas.
This message presented by the Texas University.
Jake Villarreal, the new pitcher for the Hawks. Nico takes off. And a base hit and another run comes in. Nico is advanced to the third. 9-0 Tigers. Second infield hit in this inning for Aiden Dennis. Here comes Big B. He got on after he struck out because of a pass ball. And yet, here we are, 9-0 and no outs. Villarreal pitches and Arvidsson pops it, foul and out of play. Tigers must want to get out of here. They realize they have a first pitch at noon tomorrow against Vandegrift. They want to be ready for that. Third pitcher in this inning for the Hayes Hawks. And Dennis takes off. And Brendan Arvidsson pops it. And that goes out of play. Oh and 2 now for Brendan Arvidsson. It is no outs. But the Hayes Hawks do have one recorded strikeout. And that is to Brendan Arvidsson. Brendan Arvidsson strikes out for the second time this inning, but the first out in this first inning for the Hawks. Here it comes, Taylor Tracy. Taylor Tracy got on from a throwing error on the catcher early in the inning. I almost said last inning. And Villarreal throws it back. And Nathan Dennis gets back to first. Nico's at third. Dennis is at first. 1 out. 9-0 Tigers. And Villarreal floats it. And Tracy pops it. But it's going to be deep enough for Nico Reyes to score the 10th run of this inning. Here comes Sammy Sam. Sam got on early in the inning from an error. Here's Villarreal. 2 outs now, finally. And big swing by Sam. Strike 1. This game very well could end early, as the Tigers now have their 10th run across the board. And that was high for ball 1. Sam gets on. Mason Ashlock is in the on-deck circle. That one is low. 2-1 now on Sam. And timeout. Aiden Dennis is still at first. 2 outs now. 10-0 Tigers. And here's a 2-1 to Sam. That caught the outside corner, but it's going to be called a ball. I thought that was more of a strike than the one that was called on Brendan Arvidsson. Needless to say, 3-1 now to Sam. Villarreal looks back at first. He delivers. Sam swings and misses. Count goes full on Acajania.
Go. Nothing by you.
Here comes the 3-2 to Sam. And a pitch. And that goods right down the middle. And Sam goes down. A lot of runs and a lot of hits. A lot of errors in that bottom half of the first. 10-0 Tigers. Top of the second coming up. This is Tiger Baseball on Vype Live.
There are no words to describe it. The isolation, the boredom, the loneliness. If you're wondering where your teenage son or daughter's spirit went, you're hardly alone. The past year has been devastating, especially for them. But here's the good news. They might just find it again, playing high school sports. Workouts that stimulate, teammates and coaches that care, the sense of belonging so many of us have been missing lately. That's what school sports are all about. The sense of achievement is real, and the camaraderie is hard to beat. Coping with uncertainty is difficult, but school sports can help the teenagers in your family start feeling like themselves again. Encourage them to give it a try. High school sports, it's so much more than a game.
This message presented by the Texas University Interscholastic League and the Texas High School Athletic Directors Association.
Half an hour since a Tigers pitcher was on the bump. Brendan Arvison has been moved over to first base. Travis Mora, the new pitcher for the Tigers, as we welcome you back to Tiger Stadium. The Hill Country Classic right here on Vype Live. 10-0 Tigers. An amazing barrage in the first inning. Here are the numbers. The Tigers scored 10 runs off of 5 hits and 3 errors from the Hawks. Brendan Arvison's line. An inning, 2 strikeouts, and 2 walks. I'm sorry, 3 strikeouts. He struck out the side in the first. So 3 strikeouts and 2 walks for Brendan Arvison. That's his line.
Number 7, Trey Vasquez.
As Trey Vasquez comes up now for the Hawks. And Vasquez, he's going to bloop it in the right field for the first hit for the Hawks. So the Hawks, they're not ready for the game to end next inning. Alex Villalobos.
Number 16, Alex Villalobos.
The center fielder now for the Hawks. And he takes a big swing and miss for strike 1. Vasquez takes a lead at first. Villalobos drops down a bunt. It was a nice one. He moves the runner over. One out now here in the top of the second.
Up to bat, number 4, Cullen Lee.
Cullen Lee, the third baseman. He has a runner on second. One out. Nice pitch there by Mora. 0-1. Brendan Arvidsson has to be the tallest first baseman you ever see. Mora now delivers. Right down the middle for strike 2. That was a beautiful pitch. Tigers with the infield of Arvidsson at first, AP at second, Nico at short as the pitch goes foul, and Sam Magajanian at third. Moore looks at second. He delivers. Got him swinging. That's the 4th strikeout for Tigers pitcher tonight. As Cullen Lee goes down swinging.
Number 6, Themo Lopez.
As Themo Lopez comes up for the Hawks. Mora got him on the outside corner for strike 1. Two outs now, top of the second. That one goes right down the middle once again, and it's 0-2. Now Mora, long look at second. Second look, and he steps off the bag. Mora delivers. Flies it up. Should be an easy routine play, and it is for the 3rd out of the inning. A hit, and that is all. As we head to the bottom of the second. 10-0 Tigers. This is Tiger Baseball and the Hill Country Classic on Vype Live.
It's been a trying year for parents. They've been confronted with countless challenges and have always risen to the occasion. If it isn't too much to ask, the 826,000 high school student athletes in Texas have one last request.
Please, set an example.
Disorderly fan conduct at high school athletic events is on the rise. It increasingly involves parents. There's no question that parents are passionate. There's no question they care about their children. But at a time when we're all wound a little more tightly than usual, it's worth remembering this about Texas high school sports. Always be a good example. Stop unruly fan behavior before it starts.
This message presented by the Texas University Interscholastic League and the Texas High School Athletic Directors Association.
And Aiden Perry, all coming up for the Tigers here in the bottom of the second. As we welcome you back to Tiger Stadium and the Hill Country Classic. 10-0 Tigers. As Villarreal back up for the Hawks. And Ashlock looks at a first pitch strike. Ashlock pops it up, and it's going to go foul and out of play. 0-2 now to Ashlock. Carter Gardner in the on-deck circle. Villarreal delivers. Outside, 1-2. So the Hawks are 3 outs away from having this game ended. And Ashlock, great play by the shortstop to get him for the first out of this inning. Carter Gardner was hit by a pitch back in the first. Gardner dribbles it over to short. Gardner gets in there. That man has some wheels. Here comes AP with a runner on and one out. AP with a double. As Hayden Dunn goes back into the game, the courtesy run. AP 1 for 1 tonight. And the ball goes underneath the catcher, but he was able to trap it. 1-0. Villarreal now delivers. Nice off-speed pitch. 1-1. Theo Howard in the on-deck circle. Nice cut there by AP, but it goes foul. 1-2. Give you some significance in this game, folks. We're not even an hour in, and it's 10-0. As Villarreal is ready. He delivers. Great hit there by AP, and the dribbles in the right field for a base hit. And Dunn reaches third. So now the Tigers, with runners in the corners, one out, and here comes the sensational sophomore, who in hindsight is 3 for 3 for the entire day. And he has runners at the corners right now and one out. Nice cut there by Howard, but it goes foul. 0-1. Villarreal checks back at first. Looks at third. He delivers. Howard dribbles it foul. Looks like it may have went off his foot. Only 2 now on Theo Howard. I think this is the most trouble he's been in all day. He has been just hitting the ball at will. And we have another timeout. Meeting at the mound for the Hawks. I guess this would be a good time to promo tomorrow, noon, the Hendrickson Hawks. I'm sorry, Vandergrift. I'm all over the place, folks. Vandergrift is coming to Tiger Stadium, second day of the Hill Country Classic. As the pitch goes low there, 1-2. Coverage will begin at 11:55 tomorrow right here on Vype Live. We're hoping that it's going to be somewhat warmer, but the forecast, it doesn't look too good right now. 2 games tomorrow night as well, 1-12 and 1-5. As Theo Howard bouncing that should have gone foul and ain't going to call it foul. Tigers tomorrow. Vandergrift at noon. And then the Wildcats of Elgin at 5 o'clock. That one goes high 2-2. Well, it looks like Hayes could be done with the Classic tonight as Howard pops it up. And for the first time all day, Theo Howard has been retired. Here comes Nico. Nico is 1 for 1. He did walk. All in the first inning, by the way. That one goes outside corner, ball 1. This has been a weird strike zone for this home plate umpire tonight. Villarreal now checks at third. He delivers. And that goes outside 2-0. If the Tigers do not score again, the Hawks will be down to their final 3 outs. Villarreal throws it over to first. I think the run rule came into effect for the Tigers twice last season. Once here at Tiger Stadium, the other one was against Canyon in that game where both teams were undefeated heading to district play. Nearly caught by the third baseman with a stays foul, and the count goes to 2-1. In that game against Canyon, that was the worst performance all season for the Tigers. Villarreal now. 2 balls and a strike on Nico. Nico gets on Aiden Dennis in the on-deck circle. And that's high. 3 balls and a strike now. The Tigers will lose to the same Johnson Jaguar team that they're playing Tuesday night after they were defeated by Canyon last season. So as weird as that may have seemed, Jaguars was no hit the first meeting these two teams had last season. They came back and beat the Tigers the second game right here in Tigers Field. Now Villarreal with the full count on Nico. Nico flies it to right center. Is it going to drop? It's going to drop. Nico's going to have some extra bases. A run would score. Another run has come in. Nico Ruedas has a triple. 12-0 Tigers. Here's Aiden Dennis now with Nico at third. Aiden Dennis so far has 2 singles, both in the first. And that one's going to be fouled and out of play. Villarreal now checks back at third, delivers a pitch. And the dribbler should be a routine play, and it is to get out the inning. But the Tigers cross 2 more. The Hawks down to their final 3 outs at the end of 2. 12-0 Tigers. This is Tiger Baseball and the Hill Country Classic on Vype Live.
It's been a trying year for parents. They've been confronted with countless challenges and have always risen to the occasion. If it isn't too much to ask, the 826,000 high school student athletes in Texas have one last request.
Please, set an example.
Disorderly fan conduct at high school athletic events is on the rise. It increasingly involves parents. There's no question that parents are passionate. There's no question they care about their children. But at a time when we're all wound a little more tightly than usual, it's worth remembering this about Texas high school sports. Always be a good example. Stop unruly fan behavior before it starts.
This message presented by the Texas University Interscholastic League and the Texas High School Athletic Directors Association.
Don't adjust your computer screen or your phone if you're watching it on your phone. It is 12-0 Tigers. As we welcome you back to game number 3 of the Hill Country Classic. Both teams came to this game 1-0. Barring a major miracle, the Tigers are going to walk out 2-0. As Alex Montiel back up for the Hayes Hawks. And that pitch goes outside, 1-0. Here's the pitch from Mora. That's low, 2-0 now. Mora delivers it right down the middle. Strike 1. 2-1 now. Mora got him on the outside corner. That was a lot of speed on that one. 2-2. Here's the 2-2. That was foul off of the net as ice continues to drop from the netting. Count remains 2 balls and 2 strikes. And Mora, that one's going to go foul as well. Yeah, I'm looking up right now. It is literal ice that is still on this net. I don't think the temperature has gone past 35 all day. And Morrow delivers. Huge hit from Montiel. But Tracy was underneath it for the first out of this inning.
Next up, number 2, Cooper Jen.
Cooper Jen comes up. Cooper Jen struck out in the first. First pitch goes well outside, 1-0. Nice dribbler by AP right there. Send over to the Big B for the second out. As Trey Webb is coming up for the Hawks.
Number 8, Josh Guerra up to bat.
Josh Guerra coming in for Trey Webb. Big swing and miss by Guerra. It is 0-1. Mora. Quick with it. Big swing and miss. 0-2. Mora. He is not wasting any time. Got him. That's once again. Now we can't see how low or high the pitch is, but from here that pitch looked very right down the middle. Nonetheless, 1-2. No questions about it that time. Absolutely zero questions. Hawks go down in order. Looks like it is 15 runs in 3 innings. Nonetheless, 12-0. Tigers. As we head to the bottom of the third. This is Tiger Baseball on Vype Live.
Become a Vype Insider today. Access breaking news in high school sports. Enjoy premium articles and exclusive coverage written by expert analysts, and watch exclusive videos, documentaries on programs in your area. It's only $2.99 a month if you subscribe for the monthly plan. If you go for the yearly plan, it rounds out to just $1.99 a month. It costs you only $24 a year to get all of your Vype news throughout the entire year. Subscribe today. What are you waiting for? It's less than a cup of coffee a month. Become a Vype Insider. $2.99 a month, $23.99 for the whole year. Hey, it's Vype. We will see you at the games.
12-0 here in the bottom of the third. Melvin Jones back here with you on a cold, crisp Friday night. Final Friday in the month of February. We'll have 80 degrees next week, so for those of you who love the cold weather, enjoy it. As the Tigers, Brandon Arvison, Taylor Tracy, and Sam Argajanian. The three that is due up this inning. Once again, Brandon Arvison, freshman phenom, Taylor Tracy, Sam Argajanian. All coming up. Here comes Big B. He has 2 strikeouts, but has reached base once. Pitched an outstanding top of the first. He didn't pitch as much, so that tells me we may see him tomorrow night as well. Villarreal throws. That's high and inside, 1-0. Villarreal. Nice off speed, but that's outside, 2-0. Here comes a 2-0. Down to the third. 3 balls, no strikes to Brandon Arvison. Wind has died down a lot. And Villarreal delivers. Inside, strike 1. And Villarreal delivers. Big shot by Brandon Arvison. That's deep in the center field. And that's going to go drop right in front of the center fielder. Brandon Arvison has wheels. He's going to get to third base easily. Stand up triple for Big B.
Now batting number 13, Taylor Tracy.
Here comes Taylor Tracy. Freshman phenom. got on an error back in the first. He's officially 0 for 1 for this game. Villarreal delivers. And Tracy is going to send one deep enough for Brendan Arvison to score. Flied out the center, and Brendan Arvison makes it 13-0. Here comes Sammy Sam. Academian so far doesn't have an official at bat. He got on an error back in the first. He did score a run. Sam flies it deep, and it's going to be out of play, foul. Mason Ashlock in the on-deck circle. Villarreal delivers. That was high. 1-1. Here's Villarreal. Tracy drops into the short, and a routine play by the shortstop gets Sam. Here comes Mace. Mace is 0 for 1. He did walk back in the first. Villarreal delivers, and Mace, big swing and miss for strike one. And Villarreal delivers. And Mace, great stab there by the second baseman, and fantastic play. Best play of the night for the Hawks. And gets them out of the inning, but the Tigers do score one. And at the end of 3, 13-0 Tigers. This is Tiger Baseball and the Hill Country Classic on Vype Live.
All of us love sports, but not all sports are created equal. College sports have big budgets, dedicated alumni networks, and corporate sponsorships. Professional sports have even deeper pockets, millionaire owners, lucrative TV and radio deals, and merchandise sales. High school sports have you. Everyone agrees high school sports give us plenty of reasons to cheer. And now's a great time for us to give back. Supporting your hometown high school won't cost you much, but it will go a long way to ensuring the games we love the most are here to stay. Texas high school sports. They're good for our kids, good for our community, and best of all, they're good for you.
This message presented by the Texas University Interscholastic League and the Texas High School Athletic Directors Association.
Pitcher for the Tigers, it is Cody Daniels. As we welcome you to the top of the fourth, the Hill Country Classic, 13-0. Dominating performance by your Tigers, and they are just putting More pitches.
27, Beck Raymond.
Beck Raymond comes up for his second plate appearance. He walked back in the first. Daniels. Nice pitch, and that pitch is going to go foul.
I know, right? That was a little questionable, huh?
13-0 Tigers, top of the fourth. Daniels now. That one hits Beck Raymond, and Raymond gets on base.
Now batting number 3, Samuel Rennick.
Samuel Rennick now in the hit.
Perry's at shortstop. Oh, sorry.
As Daniels delivers. That's outside, 1-0. Cody Daniels now delivers. That is low, apparently, 2-0. Daniels checks back at first. The 2-0. Nearly hits him, and it's 3-0 now.
All the way back, coach.
Daniels now delivers the sidearm. He got the strike. It's 3-1. And Daniels delivers. Big swing and miss that time on Rennick, and it's full count. Nice pickoff. But Raymond was called safe at first. Now pitch runners coming in. That is number 14, Kobe Ashby.
Into red, number 14, Colby Ashby.
Trey Vasquez is in the on-deck circle now for the Hawks. Down 13-0 to the Tigers. Daniels sidearms it. Outside, and it's a walk. So for the second time tonight, the Hawks has 2 runners on.
Number 7, Trey Vasquez.
As Trey Vasquez comes up. Vasquez with the lone hit for the Hawks so far. And Daniels delivers. Nice pitch. 0-1 now to Vasquez. Alex Villalobos in the on-deck circle for the Hawks. 2 on, no outs. That one's outside. Great stab. 1-1. Daniels checks back at second. He delivers. Nice pitch. That looks as though he didn't check his swing. 2-1 though. Daniels checks back at second once again. Delivers. Outside, 3-1. Daniels gets it in. Great stop there. 4-6-3. What a double play by the Tigers. Aiden Perry with a great stab. And Vasquez hits it to the 4-6-3 double play.
Number 16, Alex
as Alex Villalobos comes up. Villalobos 0 for 1 so far. Daniels pitches, it goes wild, and he's out by a mile. And the Tigers still does not give up a run. A hit batsman and a walk. That's it. The end of 3.5. 13-0 Tigers. This is Tiger Baseball on Vype Live.
There are no words to describe it. The isolation, the boredom, the loneliness. If you're wondering where your teenage son or daughter's spirit went, you're hardly alone. The past year has been devastating, especially for them. But here's the good news. They might just find it again, playing high school sports. Workouts that stimulate, teammates and coaches that care, the sense of belonging so many of us have been missing lately. That's what school sports are all about. The sense of achievement is real, and the camaraderie is hard to beat. Coping with uncertainty is difficult, but school sports can help the teenagers in your family start feeling like themselves again. Encourage them to give it a try. High school sports, it's so much more than a game.
This message presented by the Texas University Interscholastic League and the Texas High School Athletic Directors Association.
Gardner, AP, Theo Howard, due up here in the bottom half of the fourth. Welcome back to Tiger Stadium. Season premiere, Tiger Baseball on Vype Live. 13-0 here, game number 3 of the Hill Country Classic. Tigers will move to 2-0, barring a complete collapse. Villarreal still out there pitching for the Hawks, and he gets first pitch strike to Carter Gardner. Villarreal. Nice inside corner pitch, strike 2. Here's Villarreal. The 0-2. That was into the dirt. 1-2. One, two, and Gardner gets a base hit past third base. Carter Gardner is going for 2. He's going to slide in there for a double.
Keep going, 8. Now batting number 8, Hayden Dunn.
Hayden Dunn into the game. Dunn's first plate appearance of 20. A runner on second now. Villarreal checks back at second. He delivers. That's outside 1-0. Carter Gardner at second base. Hayden Dunn up to bat. Dunn fouls it off of the net as more ice falls from the net. 1-1. $13-0. Tigers. Dunn flies it deep into center. It's going to be caught by the shortstop for the first out of the fourth inning. Here comes Wyatt Lesper.
Luke Hudson in to run at second base.
Luke Hudson, now courtesy running. Villarreal, long look at Luke Hudson. He delivers. That goes outside. 1-0. Wyatt did go 0 for 1 in the first game this afternoon. Second plate appearance this season. Big swing and miss. 1-1. Villarreal has been the most consistent pitcher tonight for the Hawks. Still down 13-0. Luke Hudson grabs him a bag. Nice steal for Luke Hudson.
Good job now, Wyatt.
Runner on third, 1 out. Here comes the 2-1. Nice fly. It's going to get a run in, and it's gonna be deep enough. And here comes Luke. Luke is gonna walk in. 14-0. Tigers.
Now batting, number 20, Austin Wolf.
Austin Wolf comes up for his first at bat of 2022. Villarreal delivers. That's well outside. 1-0. 2 outs. Bottom of the fourth. 14-0. Run rule is officially in effect. Nice hitting by Austin. And he's going to be retired. So now officially, the Hawks are down to their final 3 outs. 14-0. Tigers. Top of the 5th coming up. This is Tiger Baseball on Vype Live.
It's been a trying year for parents. They've been confronted with countless challenges and have always risen to the occasion. If it isn't too much to ask, the 826,000 high school student athletes in Texas have one last request.
Please, set an example.
Disorderly fan conduct at high school athletic events is on the rise. It increasingly involves parents. There's no question that parents are passionate. There's no question they care about their children. But at a time when we're all wound a little more tightly than usual, it's worth remembering this about Texas high school sports. Always be a good example. Stop unruly fan behavior before it starts.
This message presented by the Texas University Interscholastic League and the Texas High School Athletic Directors Association.
Here in the top of the 5th, Melvin Jones back here with you. Once again, tomorrow, high noon, the Vandergrift Vipers comes in the Tigers Field, day 2 of the Hill Country Classic. It's going to be an old K-Mac Cup game for those of you who has been with us since the beginning. Vipers and Tigers, high noon tomorrow. Coverage will begin at 11:55 right here on Vype Live. Of course, the voice of the Vipers, Merle Bertrand, who filled in for me in Game 2 with the game of Rouse last season. He will be here doing the play-by-play for Vandergrift. So we're going to have a packed house tomorrow afternoon right here at Tigers Field. Tigers then get the Wildcats of Elgin later on tomorrow night at 5 p.m. And then district season begins Tuesday night. The Jaguars of Johnson comes into the jungle. And they're going to face an extremely red-hot Tiger team to begin district play. As now we have another one of the freshman phenoms on the mound, Cooper Rummel. Looking to get the final 3 outs here for the Tigers and run rule the Hawks. And the first pitch, a screamer that time by Villalobos, is 0-1. Rummel inside, 1-1. Villalobos, Lee, Lopez due up this half inning for the Hawks. And could not get it. That's done. Bobbled the ball there at second base. So the runner's on the error. And here is Colin Lee.
Number 4, Colin Lee.
Lee so far tonight was struck out back in the second. As Rummel checks back at first. He delivers. He has a lot of heat on that fastball and is 1-0. Rummel delivers. And that is low. 2-0 now.
They didn't give him an arrow game changer, but that doesn't mean
Rummel checks back at first. So we got to check out both freshmen at the mound today. And that screams to the backstop, 2-1 now. If the Hawks scores 5 runs this half inning, Aiden Dennis, Brandon Arvison, Taylor Tracy are all coming up the bottom half of this inning. And that was nearly another pickoff. Here comes Cooper with the delivery. Nice pitch. They're going to call that one a ball. 3-1. Lee now back in the batter's box. Here's Coop with 3-1. And that's low. So Rummel throws a walk to Cullen Lee. First 2 base runners are on now for the Hawks. Lopez comes up now.
Number 6, Themo Lopez.
Themo Lopez so far 0 for 1 tonight. Here's Cooper now. 2 on, no outs. Big swing and miss, strike 1. Tigers will move to 2-0 in this young season. Hayes Hawks will move to 1-1. And Lopez fouls it off once again. No balls, 2 strikes now for Themo Lopez. Alex Montiel in the on-deck circle for the Hayes Hawks. Down 14-0. And Coop delivers. That was a nice pitch, but no call. 1-2 now.
Great spot. Stay close, Cooper.
Here's Coop now. Delivers. Got him. Let's see if they're going to give it to him. They did not. He went around. 2 balls, 2 strikes now. And Cooper checks back at second. He delivers. That one's high and outside. Full count now. The Hawks only has 1 hit so far tonight. And Coop delivers. Big swing and miss. And Lopez goes down on strikes. First strikeout in the young career of Cooper Rummel.
Number 15, Alex Montiel.
As Montiel now up for the Hawks. Montiel 0 for 2 so far tonight. Coop. That one's low. They gonna give it to him. Telling you folks, strike zone of the zone tonight has been bizarre. Is it as bad as the Georgetown series? No. But it's been pretty inconsistent. That one goes well inside 1-1. Everyone remembers that Georgetown series and how bad the umpiring was in those 2 games. And a wild pitch gets away from him. Although the Tigers won the series, it was pretty bad umpiring. Actually, that went to a 3-game series, and the Tigers, the first game went to 14 innings. That's when Cam threw for 6 innings, Nico came in threw for another 6 innings, and the Hawks get their first run across the board, and they got the second out of the inning. 14-1. So Coop has the Hawks down to their final out.
Number 2, Cooper Jen.
Cooper Jen up to bat for the Hawks. Rummel gets the first pitch strike and is 0-1. Rummel now. Ready. Delivers. Outside 1-1. Hawks has a runner on third. 2 outs. 14-1. Still only with 1 hit. And that one goes well inside. Nearly hit Cooper Jen. And it's 2-1. Rummel delivers. And Jen bounces off the net. Deuces are wild. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and 2 outs. Hawks down to their final out. Unless they want to eliminate the run rule, this will be it. Rummel fires into the dirt. Full count now. (14-1). 14 runs in this weather. Unbelievable. Rummel fires. To the back net goes Jen once again. Still a full count. Full count. Rummel fires. And it's inside, ball 4. Second walk of this inning by the freshman.
Number 8, Josh Guerra.
As Guerra comes back up. Guerra struck out back in the third. And that pitch was low and away, ball 1.
No, I didn't. She did. Mostly.
And Cooper. Big swing and miss by Guerra. 1-1. Here's Cooper. And he steps off the bump to reset. Runners at the corners, 2 outs. Here's the 1-1. That one goes inside and low, and it's 2-1. Rummel delivers. Big swing again for Guerra. 2-2 now. Deuces once again. Here's Rummel. He delivers.
Behind you.
And it goes behind the catcher. And the runner advances to second, but that's about all. Full count now. Beck Raymond is on deck. Runners are on second and third. 2 outs. And Cooper has another walk. And now the bases are jacked. 2 outs. And here's Beck Raymond.
27, Beck Raymond.
Let's see what Coach Payne is going to do. It's like just a normal visit. We will have a new pitcher. As Billy Burnett is going to come in to pitch what is hopefully the final out. We'll step aside as he warms up. 14-1 with the bases loaded. 2 outs here in the top of the 5th. This is Tiger Baseball on Vype Live.
What's your favorite high school sports memory? A late inning rally? A game-winning shot? A photo finish? Maybe it's a pep rally or a pregame ritual. Maybe it's the euphoria of a late-night bus ride home after a hard-fought win. Maybe it's having pizza with teammates after the game. Now, imagine if it never happened at all. School sports need your help. With budgets getting tighter, it's more than the games that are on the line. It's all the traditions, the community pride, the culture of your hometown high school. Plus, all those memories that are on the line, too. What can you do? It's simple. Buy a ticket when you can. Go to a game. Take the whole family. Let's do everything we can to keep those cherished school sports memories up.
And Burnett quickly is ready. The first pitch goes inside for ball 1. Almost no warm-up pitches there for Burnett. As Beck Raymond, the last hope for the Hawks, and Raymond pops it. And it is caught. And that will do it. And the Tigers destroys the Hayes Hawks. Final score in 5. 14-1. Tigers gave up 1 hit. That is it. that is all. As Eric Wolf blasts Ice Ice Baby on this cold, cold final Friday in the month of February. Once again, folks, tomorrow afternoon, the Vipers of Vandergrift comes to Tiger Field to take on your Tigers. Coverage will begin at 11:55. First pitch at high noon for everyone at Vype Live for the best QA in the business. Nate Nunez, Melvin Jones, signing off saying good night from a frigid, cold Tigers Stadium. Final score tonight: Tigers win 14-1 over the Hayes Hawks to move to 2-0. We will talk to you guys tomorrow at high noon. This has been Tigers Baseball on Vype Live. Good night, folks. Talk to you tomorrow afternoon.